Don't forget to subscribe. Our story kicks off at Oscorp Industry, where we find ourselves in the month of July. I absolutely love how they keep everything in sync with real time. We see Otto working on Harry's suit while Spider-Man enjoys a sandwich. Gotta love that moment. Harry Osborn introduces them, mentioning that Otto is one of the smartest people he's ever met. Otto reveals that both suits were crafted using Stark tech. No surprise there, given that Tony Stark's fingerprints are all over them. Otto goes on to explain that Harry's suit is a sophisticated war machine, while Spider-Man's suit is adaptable and transformative. Now that they own it, Otto can modify or enhance their suits as needed. However, Spider-Man seems a bit suspicious of Otto when he refers to Harry. "Let him cook," Harry says. Otto continues, noting that the suits operate on the same network, which hints at why Harry was able to disable Spider-Man's suit back in issue 3, their first encounter. Here's the cool part. The suits come equipped with onboard AI. All they need to do is activate it and set up a profile. Think of it like Iron Man's suit, where Tony has Jarvis as the AI inside. Awesome! When Otto asks who they want as their AI, Harry quickly suggests his father. Now we switch to a building called The Paper. As you might remember, J. Jonah Jameson and Ben Parker have launched their own media company, and this building marks the beginning of that venture. It's worth noting that Gwen funded this project, and she's there to visit with MJ. Gwen isn't impressed with the structure, but MJ chimes in. "Don't judge a book by its cover." They enter to find a note left by the guys. "Sorry, had to run." Next, we find Jameson and Ben in a dark parking lot, meeting with a mysterious man. "I want it somewhere private," says this man as he hands over a package. It turns out the mysterious figure is Robbie Robertson, who still works at the Daily Bugle. He informs them that what he's handed over is a major scoop that the Bugle would never publish. "You might as well have this," Robbie says. The guys want him to join their new company, and while Robbie's intrigued, he says he can't commit right now. However, he offers to act as a mole inside the Bugle to provide them with more scoop. The guys are thrilled about the prospect. What could be inside that package? Only time will tell. We then switch to an unknown location dubbed a black hole, where a high-tech plane lands on a rooftop. None other than Captain Britain steps out. He's an ultimate enemy and a council member of the Maker, the ultimate villain of this universe. Upon entering, they meet Wilson Fisk, the one who runs both the Bugle and Manhattan itself. Fisk is admiring a portrait of the Maker, who is revered in this universe. All hail the great Maker, he who remade the world, a man of vision. Now what remain is we, the protectors of his dreams. Captain Britain says. During their conversation, Captain Britain mentions some trouble he's encountered, hinting at a conflict with the Ultimates. "I come bearing gifts," he says, presenting Fisk with soldiers. Wilson, however, refuses, stating that he doesn't just have a plan, he has 6. As fans, we know this means he's gearing up to form the Sinister Six of that universe. I can't wait to see it unfold. Now we return to Harry and Spider-Man, who are engaged in a training session with their suits activated. "I can feel that," Harry says. Otto is recording their movements for data and says he's ready to activate the AI as electricity surges through our heroes' bodies. "Alright son, show me what you got," says Norman, the AI for Harry. "Pete, sorry about this, but my father says I have to kick your ass," Harry says. Meanwhile, Spider-Man's AI chimes in with a request for gifts for the kids. Maybe we shouldn't be doing this," Spider-Man suggests. No, we're doing it. Hit me," insists Harry. And here we go, the first fight between Harry and Spider-Man in the Ultimate Universe, both aided by their AI. Harry's AI instructs him never to let his guard down, almost in an abusive manner. "You're not avenging me, son. You're embarrassing me," the AI says. Frustrated, Harry unleashes a powerful beam at Spider-Man. "You okay?" Harry says. "You got some good ones on me too," Harry proclaimed. "We have a problem," Otto shouts. "A carrier signal has appeared on the Stark network, and it's here." And who shows up but Iron Lad, aka Tony Stark, the leader of the Ultimates. He's arrived from the future. What a dramatic entrance. That wraps up this issue. Let me know what you think of this entrance in the comments below. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace out. Hey there, comic fans. Get ready to dive into Ultimate Spider-Man issue 8. The Ultimate Sinister Six have arrived. Stick around to discover just how dangerous this team truly is. We kick things off in August, where Peter is getting ready for a birthday party. He gazes at the mysterious energy ball that Tony gifted him. MJ chimes in, reminding Peter that they're going to be late and to grab the cake for the kids. Daddy duties are calling. As the energy ball calls out to him, Peter insists, "Not today. No costume at a birthday party." The ball responds with disappointment, saying, "Tell the kids I say happy birthday." Yes, it can talk. Remember from the last issue, this is an AI made by Otto Octavius. As Peter picks up the ball, it instantly transforms his arm into Spider-Man's. Curious, he asks, "How can you talk?" The ball replies, "I'm a perfect replica of your psyche. Of course, I can talk." Intrigued, Peter inquires about its capabilities, but the ball responds, "Oh, I can do all kinds of things." Feeling creeped out, Peter drops the ball and leaves, pondering the untapped power it can hold. Now, let's flash back 3 weeks earlier, back to when Iron Lad made his appearance in the last issue. We witnessed the pivotal meeting of our heroes. Peter questions why his suit differs from Harry's, and Tony explains that this was the last suit his father made, intended for someone special. "What makes me so special?" Peter asked. Tony emphasized that Peter is at the top of the list. The Maker's database identifies certain heroes as potential threats, and of course the Maker wants to erase them. A bit confused, Harry asks of this top heroes list. "Who are you supposed to be with that stolen armor?" Tony asks. Harry brushes him off, but Tony remains unyielding, revealing that he has the ability to disable Harry's mask, just like he did to Spider-Man in issue 3. Peter asks, "See? Not so cool when it happens to you, is it?" Tony confronts Harry about stealing his birthright, which Harry argues he paid for it since he struck a deal with Kingpin to buy out Stark's industry. That's how he got the armor, having found it in Stark's lab. "What's next?" Peter asks. Tony warns that the Maker will return in a year, and Harry looks visibly upset. In a dismissive tone, Tony tells tells Harry you weren't on the list at all, adding more salt to Harry's wound. Iron Lad decides to exit, saying, "Keep the suit and the company. I've moved on." And indeed, he has. Back to the present, we find Peter shopping for a birthday cake with Uncle Ben and Jonah. "Did you tell them about the thing?" Jonah asked. Uncle Ben reveals that the paper is launching next month, and they want Peter to join them. As you know, this paper is the new venture for Ben and Jonah since they resigned from the Bugle. Peter hesitates, fearing he might have to say goodbye to his long-time job with a 401k and job security. And let's not forget, he's a superhero now, and that is a full-time job of its own. "I'll have to talk to MJ about it," he states, keeping his options open. At the birthday party, we see Peter in his element as a dad. It's refreshing considering the 616 Spider-Man isn't known for being a father figure. It's heartwarming to see Peter so happy. Jameson even gifts Richard Parker a book he's written, proudly featuring his face on the cover. Go, classic Jameson. As MJ calls out that the cake is ready, we witness the core family of the Ultimate Universe, Spider-Man, together. A rare and joyful sight for Peter Parker. Something we're not quite used to. Now, let's shift gears to Fist Tower, where Kingpin is assembling his own version of the Sinister Six. Each member of this fearsome team controls different parts of New York, and they're all here today. Our first member is Martin Lee, aka Mr. Negative, who runs the criminal gang known as the Demons. With mind-controlling powers, he makes a formidable foe. Next up is Walter Hardy, the infamous Black Thief, who is a master thief. He operates in the Bronx and has recently resorted to stealing for just the thrill of it after losing his wife. Then we have Kraven the Hunter, decked out with a badass haircut and a formidable presence, ruling over Staten Island and displaying his kills like trophies. The ever-mysterious Mysterio controls Brooklyn. Even James admits they know very little about him. Finally, the last member is the Mole Man, who operates from the shadow of the underworld. This version looks far cooler than the original we've seen in the past. Kingpin begins his speech. "This city is mine. I have always divided it among you. But now we face some rats. You know who they are. Spidey and Goblin. Kraven suggests they should capture or kill them, but Kingpin proposes a game. Let the hunting begins. Spider-Man is in serious trouble now. The Sinister Six is a force to be reckoned with. Will our hero survive? That wraps up this thrilling issue. I can't get enough of this new group of villains. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. And if you like extra content, consider joining my Patreon for just $3 a month, less than a cup of coffee. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one, and peace out. Hey there, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 9. I am back, so let's do this. If you need to catch up, make sure you check the link in the description below. I have to say, Ultimate Spider-Man is my favorite comic of the year, so stick around to find out why. We kick off this issue in a bar in Manhattan during the month of September. Kudos to the creators for keeping it real with the real timeline. You gotta love that, man. I absolutely love it. We find Jameson and Ben Parker celebrating their success in the newspaper business. As they're enjoying their drinks, MJ walks in and says, "I'll have whatever they're having." She quickly senses that something is up. The three of them look at the latest news, which is dominated by a feature of Spider-Man stories battling criminals. And of course, the guy that took the picture is none other than Peter Parker. You would have guessed right if you said Peter. Now, you know, their business is successful, obviously, and it took almost 9 issues to bring them to this point. Jameson grumbles that the paper is too focused on Spider-Man, and insists that they need fewer stories about him. Ben somewhat agrees, suggesting the paper should focus on more serious issues that people tend to ignore. Yeah, they made a point there, guys. I mean, every news story shouldn't be about, Spider-Man. I mean, Jemison is definitely making a point. MJ counters that those Spider-Man stories are fueling their business growth. In the next 6 months, you guys are going to be rock stars bigger than the bugle, she says, eliciting smiles and agreement from both men. They all raise a drink, and again they toast. Wow, so much alcohol in the Ultimate Universe. Let me tell you, if you pick up every issues of Ultimate Spider-Man, I can almost say that they're always having an alcoholic beverage. So make sure you check that out, because that's what I've noticed. Next, we transition to Oscorp, where our heroes meet Doc Ock. You're late, he says. We were fighting crime, Harry retorts. So, what do you have for us, he asks. Freedom, Octavius replies, revealing that he has managed to create a frequency to shield them from Stain and Stark. This means no one can track them anymore, not even Tony Stark, who had previously located them easily last couple issues here. Harry's tense history with Stark so far is likely why he's eager to escape the radar. Octavius mentioned that he's still working on cracking Spider-Man's suit, but he has built a new one in the meantime, because as you all know, Spider-Man's suit is a little bit different from the Green Goblin's suit. So he needs to crack that code, and he asks, would you like to see it? And of course they want to see it. As he unveils the new suit, Spider-Man is hesitant. His current suit doesn't want him to be stored along with Dr. Otto. Absolutely not, he says. Finally, Doc Ock reveals the Spider Armor Mark I, which boasts upgrade features such as 5 tons more web shooting capacity, a rocket launcher. Yep, you heard that right, a rocket launcher, just like Iron Man, lasers, bombs, essential things. It's like an Iron Man suit, because you know what? It kind of is. So what do you think? Octavius asks. I think I'm good, Spider-Man replies. I mean, they're building a new suit and they make it, I know that they're using Stark Industries stuff, but it's basically an Iron Man suit, and I just think that, Marvel could have been more creative with the new suit. I truly believe that. But, it is what it is. On a rooftop later, the heroes are hanging out, discussing the new suits. Spider-Man wonders if the new suit will shrink when he watches, well, not the new suit, the regular suit. What am I talking about? Sorry. Suddenly, he feels the tingle of danger. Before he knows it, Harry is hit, and he's immobilized. Enter the Black Cat from the Ultimate Universe. That's right, Black Cat in this universe is not a female, but a male. He better be okay, Spider-Man says, as he sees Harry paralyzed inside of his suit. During their encounter, Spider-Man introduces himself right as Black Cat slashes at him with his whip, sending debris crashing down on Spider-Man. He then attempts to strangle him, declaring, "You and the Goblin are the prize." Now, as you might remember, guys, the last issue, the Kingpin brought the Sinister Six all together, and he basically declared that this is a game of hunting. If they could catch Goblin and Spider-Man, that they will earn respect, but also a huge prize. So, there's definitely something to fight over, especially these Sinister Six, because there's 6 of them. So let's see who could catch them first, right? Now, you anger the god, Black Cat's taunts, and Spider-Man desperately webs him. Go ahead, hit me, he challenges. Stop it, that's not my style, he retorts. As he checks up on Harry, who's rebooting his suit, Black Cat breaks free and lunges at Spider-Man with a sword, only for Harry to fire a laser blast, seriously injuring him. and he fell over the rooftop, and then they had to call the ambulance and everything. But Spider-Man says, "What the hell was that?" He's stunned. "He'll live," Harry insists as the two argue. Harry claims it was the only option to save Peter, but Spider-Man argues that they can't sink to their enemy's level. "This isn't a game," Harry says. "You need to wake up. He would have killed you." Oh, Harry kind of makes sense, but it's pretty dark to just like defend yourself, but also trying to kill them. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's kind of weird. In a lighter moment, Peter replies, "You're still invited to Christmas." And the two best friends walk away, still chatting. The two frenemies. But there's a lingering question here. Will their friendship last? Thus far, we've seen hints of Harry's darker side. Man, what is going to happen there? I can tell you this: I don't think Harry is gonna keep his head cool. He's too hot for that, and he's always trying to prove something with his late dad. So I'm thinking that basically Harry is gonna become evil, and he's gonna go against Spider-Man. That's gonna be the main event of the Ultimate Universe, I think. But I'm loving the Ultimate Universe. This is why Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, let's be clear, not Amazing Spider-Man, is my favorite comic book this year. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like and subscribe as I make these videos for all of the comic book fans just like you and me. Join the community, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Hey there, and welcome to the Ultimate Spider-Man issue 10. Get ready to discover why this storyline ranks among the best in Marvel Comics. Here we are in October in the bustling hearts of New York City, when Ben Parker is questioning Jameson about whether he wants the good news or the bad news. As you know, these two are business partners, having launched one of the city's most successful media outlets, simply called The Paper. It turns out they're headed to Long Island for a golf game, and Ben hints that a certain lawyer connected to none other than Wilson Fisk is the kingpin of Manhattan. He will be in attendance. Our journalists are certainly on the hunt for dirt on Wilson Fisk. Later in Long Island, Ben confronts the lawyer. He wants to discuss Fisk, but the lawyer doesn't hold back in disparaging their newspaper, going so far as to call it charming. As Ben listens to this tirade, he reveals what they sought him out, showing him documents related to the secretive transaction between Stark Industries and Oscorp. You might recall that Harry bought out the company from Fisk, which was a strategic move that benefited Fisk significantly. The deal was shrouded in secrecy, facilitated by multiple offshore companies, cleverly sidestepping any mention of Fisk or Harry. The lawyer, James Wesley, counters by arguing that this contract pertains to the removal of someone from staying in Stark's industry. Just as tension rises, security arrives and forcibly eject both Ben and Jameson. Fast forward a week at the paper, Ben exclaimed, "I think I got something." He has successfully tracked the sales from Stark Industries to offshore brokers, putting up a timeline on the wall. Stark sold to TSSC, then to Dinos, and finally to SS Securities and U65. This clearly points to a cover-up, revealing U65 ties to Oscorp. The duo of Ben and Jameson are hot on the trail of this story. A week later, they arrive at Oscorp, where they meet none other than Gwen Stacy herself, Harry's wife. Jameson is keen, saying they don't want to offend her. Gwen assures them she can handle it, and Jameson lays out their investigation into the Stark Industries cell linked to Oscorp. When Gwen demands to know the reporter's name, Ben cleverly deflects but records the interview. When he asks her who arranged the deal, she responds, "I want my damn money back." The comedic tension is unreal. Later that evening at the Parker household, Ben and MJ are enjoying dinner when MJ reveals that Gwen called her. Ben shares that they're deep into a big story, but MJ notes that Gwen wasn't pleased about it, since Gwen invested in their venture. Ben acknowledges her threat to reclaim her investment. "I wouldn't call her a friend," MJ remarks, concerned about the delicate situation given Gwen's tie to the story. Now, 2 days later, Harry arrives at the paper, determined to stop the story from being published. He directly asks what it will take to prevent them from running it. Ben and Jameson play it coy though, to which Harry retorts, "Gentlemen, I'm not here to play games." They lay out their knowledge of the connections between his company and the suspected transaction. Ben directly hints at the infamous armor that's flying around New York City during the same time the company was sold, suggesting Harry or his wife could be behind the Green Goblin suit. Harry reluctantly admits to being the Goblin, revealing he's doing everything to protect his wife from dangerous secret hidden in the Fisk operation. In a moment of vulnerability, Harry hands over a USB drive packed with information on the shadowy figures who have hunted his family, those who orchestrated the tragic fates of his father and Aunt May. "This is everything Oscorp has on a mastermind of this world," he says, cautioning Ben and Jameson not to attach their name to the story. While he insists on their danger, Ben confidently responds, "We're not afraid." Later that evening, the two journalists finish writing what promises to be the most explosive scoop ever. Jameson asks one last time if Ben is ready. "Hello world, you're about to read the most explosive story in years," Ben declares. As they hit the publish buttons, the headline flashes on the screen: "New York Kingpin, Who Runs Wilson Fisk" by Ben Riley. Ben's decision to put his name on the article has sealed his fate. He's now in grave danger. With Spider-Man and Harry now entangled in a dangerous game, the big question remains: is Harry truly on their side? Only time will tell. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to post comments, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace out. Hey guys, before we begin, I just want to shout out two members of our community here. They have been here since day one, supporting me, liking the videos, sharing, and commenting on the videos. So the first one is Daniel Dillon 169. Love this guy. Subscribe to him. He's awesome. And the other one is Afro Civilician Z Comics 7836. Subscribe to him. He's been here since day one, guys. I love members like this, and I just have to shout him out. Thank you. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Ultimate Spider number 11. Wow, can you believe the series is nearing its 1-year anniversary? Incredible. 1 whole year of Ultimate Spider-Man universe. That's great, So let's kick off this issue. Now we kick off the issue on a rooftop in November, where Spider-Man is desperately trying to reach his friend Harry, but just ends up in voicemail hell. Unfortunately for Spidey, last issue saw Harry cross paths with Uncle Ben and J. Jonah Jameson, which led to a major revelation. They discover his secret identity, and that Harry had acquired Stark Industries from Kingpin. With no luck reaching Harry, Spider-Man decides to call Otto. And of course, Otto is busy and doesn't have any idea where Harry is. In a hurry, Spidey informs Otto that he needs to leave now. There's a bank robbery in progress. Boom, Spider-Man swings into action, kicking some serious butt against Mr. Negative's crew. "Looks like you made short work of my man," says Mr. Negative, who shows up. Who, as you know, works for Fisk. Using his psychic power, he traps Spider-Man in a dangerous spell, and all of his soldiers are surrounding him. But later, we find Peter back home safe, where he runs into MJ. "Having a bad day?" she teases, and it's amusing to see this version of Spider-Man juggling merry life. As he tries to explain his rough day, he mentions, "I took a beating. MJ reflects on the changes their relationship has undergone since Peter became Spider-Man, the constant danger, and all the time she's seen him batter. Peter insists that this is his destiny, his role to play. It's a poignant moment, especially since we remember how the Maker stripped him of that destiny, only to have it returned to him. So yes, it's meant to be. As he prepares to leave because he has to meet Uncle Ben, he tells MJ, "I gotta go." Meanwhile, at an undisclosed location, the villains gather around Fisk. Mr. Negative informed Fisk, "I almost had him." Just then, Black Cat enters, stating that he has not surrendered his place at the table and that he still wants to get his piece. Seated in a wheelchair, he declares that his daughter Felicia will take over as the chase for Spider-Man continues, all while keeping a close eyes on Fisk. Catwoman is in the mix now, folks. She's there. Felicia is official in the Ultimate Universe. Next, we transition to Memorial Park, where the names of those we lost in the explosions are engraved. Peter meets with Uncle Ben there. As you may recall, every year this gathering is honored for those that we lost. Last year, Harry and Daredevil attended during issue 1 of Ultimate Spider-Man, if you could remember. Can you believe that it's almost been a year? Wow, time flies, right? "I miss her," Peter confesses, referring to Aunt May's tragic loss in the explosion. Uncle Ben assures him that Aunt May will have been proud of him. It's a touching moment until Peter freezes because he asks Uncle Ben that she will be proud of the photo he's taken, and Uncle Ben says, "Not that, the other part." He suddenly realizes that Ben now knows he's Spider-Man. "It took me a week after I found out who Harry was," says Ben. He warns that Jameson will eventually uncover the truth as well. Acknowledging Jameson's intelligence, as they discuss the villains, Peter explained that it's necessary to fight them, that it's his destiny. Ben agrees, asserting that someone has to stand up to evil that's threatening the world. When Peter mentions that Harry is on his way, Ben shares his feeling about the life he's lived, stating that he's happy with whatever happened next for him. He lived a good life. "Can you say the same?" asks Ben. "No," Peter replies as he walks away, leaving a sense of foreboding as Uncle Ben appears to be facing his own mortality and future destiny. The enemies are approaching, and after 1 year, the Maker is out of his cage. So there you have it, folks. That is the issue. Not much happening this time around, and while we didn't get our usual artist, Checchetto, this artist right here wasn't too bad. Still, when I think of Ultimate Spider-Man, I think about Checchetto's art. That's what comes to mind, But I think that Uncle Ben is in grave danger. He might die, guys. Somebody might just come and the Maker might finish him. Who knows? But we'll see in a year. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please click the like and subscribe. Join this community of awesome comic book fans, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Ultimate Spider-Man issue number 12, the Christmas special. Can you believe it? The whole year of Ultimate Spider-Man has gone by. Truly the best comic run of the year, at least for me. Trust me when I say this, you won't want to miss what unfolds during this festive season in the Ultimate Spider-Man universe. And also make sure you check out my playlist about Ultimate Spider-Man if you want to catch up. And here we go. Our story kicks off in December with a cheerful ding-dong. Guess who's at the door? None other than the dynamic duo Ben and Jameson, arriving at the Parkers' Christmas party. The gathering includes familiar faces alongside some newcomers like Aunt Gail and of course Grandma from MJ's side of the family. And amidst the festivities, we see MJ's mom embroiled in a lively argument with her own daughter. It's intriguing to witness MJ's relationship with her mom and sister, something we never see actually in the 616 universe. I mean, I don't think MJ moms was ever introduced in the 616. So this is precisely why I cherish the Ultimate Universe. It's so different. While MJ juggles her responsibilities, she hands her phone to her daughter for a bit of distraction. "How long are you in town for?" MJ asks, but her mom responds cryptically, mentioning Ben Parker. Love is certainly in the air, and as we all know, Spider-Man is tasked with serving cookies. Uncle Ben offers to lend a hand, joking that there are Watson everywhere. Indeed, there are. As the children play with the phone, Aunt Gail asks if she remembers her, but MJ quickly interrupts and saying, "Of course not, you were never around." Just then, Gwen Stacy calls, but MJ decides to let it go to voicemail, deliberately ignoring the call, fueled by her knowledge of Oscorp dealing with fists. Tension escalates between the two sisters. They clearly share a striking resemblance. Their past grievances surface, especially when Gail remarks that she believed Peter wasn't the right guy for MJ, saying, "I just thought you could have done better." Family holiday gathering, chaotic yet, of course, entertaining. I guess we could all kind of relate to that. Now, when Jameson's mom, asks Ben how he's coping since Aunt May's passing, Mrs. Watson interjects that they all need to move on. "We gotta get back to that horse." Grandma hopes the two sisters can resolve their issues though, especially since Gail is going through a divorce. Wow, the drama just keeps piling up, on and on. As MJ pulls Gail aside to confront her about her unexpected visit, she declares this nonsense has to stop. Gail reveals that her husband had been cheating on her for a long time and that she came here seeking comfort. Yet she also criticized MJ for living a seemingly perfect life, to which MJ defiantly responds. In a surprising turn, MJ asks for an apology and Gail apologizes, and the sisters have a heartfelt reunion, with Gail candidly admitting she didn't sign a prenup. Time to get that money for her, that's for sure. That's the bad thing about divorces, guys. And girls, the prenups. The evening progresses and the Parker look like the ideal family, celebrating the perfect holiday. Family get together, family resolving issues. Suddenly Gwen calls again, and this time MJ decides to answer. "Peter, something is wrong," she tells him. But as she searches for Peter and calls him, she realizes that it's not him. "Where is Peter?" MJ exclaims. "Merry Christmas," chimes the clone. And that is a clone, that is for sure. Look at that creepy look. Now, there is an epilogue and we find Kraven holding both of our heroes captive. Wow, so Kraven is indeed a hunter and he has hunted them, and we missed that whole issue about that because of the holidays specials here, but hopefully we get a back issue about that pretty soon. But tell me what you think about this issue. What a Christmas special, full family drama. But isn't that what family get-together are always all about, hey? Holidays can be tough, but hey, Merry Christmas to you all. And yeah, I hope, that you spend it with family. You get all the presents you need. Comic Hour is here to wish you Merry Christmas and thank you for joining this community. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, join us, subscribe and like, and I'll catch you guys all next time. Happy holidays, guys. Peace out.